Hello, hello, hello. Happy February, happy Black History Month. I got on my Janet tee today, my Malcolm X earring. I'm joined by my boy Ashwa. It's gonna be a great segment for you. We are going to be talking about our African American people out there. We gotta get on task, guys. We gotta get on a positive path.
I was waiting.
Welcome to Namaste, where you must live and learn
So you don't get burned.
so you don't get burned.
Isn't that how you do it?
That's the end.
That's how you do it at the end?
That's the end.
I'm ready for the end. Let's do
Okay,
it.
he gonna do the end for me. All right, so these statistics are from the NAACP.org. 32% of our African-American children are being arrested in this country, 32%. That's pretty sad. And then African-Americans are 5 times more likely to be incarcerated than Caucasian people. Does that shock you?
I mean, it's hard to shock me right now, the way you see everything. So it's hard.
Right.
It hurts.
It does.
It doesn't shock me because, I mean, it's in fact, social media brings it all to light.
It does.
But it hurts for sure. Like, that is that hurts.
Do you think we'll ever get to a place where we can drop those percentages? I mean,
Oh, for
it's
sure.
Black History Month, and this is where we stand out the most. Unfortunately, the shortest month of the year, but this is our time to shine. This is our time to glorify all the positivity that we have brought to this country. We have a lot of great positive role models out there that
yeah.
can show for that.
For sure.
But unfortunately, another statistic, a criminal record brings the likelihood, I believe it said 50% of African Americans with a criminal record or a felony, of course, on your record, are less likely to be called back for employment. So for me, that the system kind of sets us up for failure. Like, if you want to get back on the right track from a bad past, how can you do that when no one will call you back when you have a felony on your record? You know,
Yeah.
so there's so much. I'm gonna, towards the end, I'll give you some tools you can use, couple websites you can go on to help you get on the right track. I hope you use those. Can you tell us how you're able to, you know, as an African-American man, how are you able to get up every day, stay positive, and encourage other people?
Because we can't always look at the outside from what people from the outside are doing to us. It comes a point in time where we have to look within
Right.
and change it, change the narrative. We have to change the narrative of our own life, and each person in these communities of ours. If we change the narrative of our own lives, we change the narrative of the whole community.
That's true, but how does one person get that motivation?
Yeah.
There's a lot of us that are just in negative environments. Our youth,
Yeah.
for instance, 32% being arrested.
Yeah.
You know, that's a low number, but that's a high number of people. That's terrible. Children being arrested.
Yeah.
Children shouldn't even be arrested, but unfortunately, due to their environments and the negativity that's around them, especially the inner city children,
Yeah.
it's like they're destined.
You know,
I know, take a breath. That's how I feel, take a breath.
yeah, because I don't want to rush into this. We just have to, yesterday is gone,
Right?
today is today, and we're looking forward to the future,
That's right.
right? So as of right now, we have to sit back and look at what's happening within our communities and say, am I better than this? Is this really who I am? Is this who I am saying that I am to the world? As a group of people, as blacks, is this who we are? I
Right.
mean, because yes, the police force, we've been wrongfully accused for a lot.
We have.
know what
Look
I'm
at the
saying?
Black Lives Matter movement. Look at that.
Yeah,
That has like made a lot of us livid.
yes, it makes you
And we
angry.
need to turn that anger into stamina to
Yeah.
make things better and be that change that we want to see.
One thing that we have to do, we have to get a little bit of knowledge.
Knowledge is really power.
If
It really is.
Yes, because our thoughts are energy. A lot of us don't know this. This was what makes mental telepathy real. Our thoughts carry energy. So
And so do our words. They carry energy, they carry
carry
power.
a
I totally
tremendous-
believe in verbally prophesizing things.
Yes.
Verbally prophesizing
Yes.
things. If somebody keeps telling you you're never gonna be anything, that kinda, you're feeding that into your soul, but you don't have to say it, but you will eventually believe it because you keep hearing it.
Yes.
So you gotta do the being Mary Jane thing. You gotta
Write it out.
You
so
gotta
can
write
see
it
You
out
gotta
on
keep
your
telling
mirror,
yourself.
on a Post-it, whatever you gotta do, and you have
Yeah.
to say it out loud.
Yes.
I will be somebody. Things will get better.
Yeah, these environments are very, very, very tough living arrangements, and it makes us angry. It will make anybody angry living in these environments. It will make anybody angry, especially over a long period of time. I mean, and then we start normalizing the things that the situations that we see and the environments that we're growing up. We start normalizing everything, and that does a tremendous amount of harm to us. So, and it continues to perpetuate throughout our life, and we don't even really understand it. We don't understand why we're acting the way that we're acting. You know what I'm saying? If you don't understand
That's true.
why you're acting the way that you're acting, you can't fix it.
That's true.
The parents that are listening to this can
Okay.
go on Google and say, you know what, I want to be a better parent. I need to figure myself out so that I can help my kids understand who they
That's
are,
true.
and we can change the whole narrative.
That's where it starts.
Exactly.
We are the first role models that our children are exposed to.
Now, last episode I did with you, I kept saying we have to understand who we are. It all goes down to understand.
It does.
When we understand who we are as a people, look at
But
us.
check it out. If you don't know who you are as a parent, how in the heck can you be a good parent to your child? You don't know who you are.
If your grandparents didn't know a whole lot, they couldn't tell your parents, and your parents have
That
had
is
to continue to
absolutely
work.
correct.
They don't understand a lot, then they just continue to provide the basics. But listen, look at us today. We have YouTube. Like I'm on your
Right.
channel. I'm on your TV channel. You see what I'm saying? Like
Right.
Oprah had to fight for this space for a long time.
She did.
But you can just put your phone up there and you can put it out
If
there to the
she's
world.
not a good example of what we can do, I don't know who is.
I hope somebody over in Africa sees this.
I hope so too.
Jamaica, Switzerland. You know what
London, Italy.
Fiji.
Right.
All of it. What's
Well-
up, y'all?
Well, well, tell me this. How did you get to a point where you said, I'm only gonna go in a positive path? I'm only gonna, how did you start the positivity and getting your life the way it is? Becoming the man that you are? How did you do that?
It was an accumulation of a lot of events.
Okay,
Because we do have some drastic events in our life that catapult us to the next event.
correct.
And it all continues to connect to we evolve.
Right.
So it's not just one event that happened. It was accumulation of events that like kept playing back in my head.
Okay,
That in times it would come, and it was like, you know what? I'm sick of that outcome.
okay.
Then I would-
Insanity, doing the same thing and not getting a different outcome. A
Yeah.
lot of us think that we can do that.
I used to be honestly, you said I'm one of the most positive persons that you know. That if people that knew me prior, they wouldn't say that.
Wow.
I carried a lot of bad energy with me. I carried a lot.
But you made that change.
Yeah.
Maya Angelou, I love this woman. Almost named my daughter after her. Love her because
Yeah.
she was a poet as I am. But she said nothing will work unless you do. Nothing will work unless you do. If you don't change anything, nothing's gonna change.
Nothing's gonna
But
change.
you gotta change this first. You have to change this first.
Yeah.
And you can't change this first until you feed positive things into your spirit, until you surround yourself with positive things, until you say positive things.
We have to nurture ourselves.
That's right, light at the end of the tunnel.
And once we get nurtured, we can be fruitful,
Right.
and we can help nurture other people.
Okay, let's go into some tools for you. So there are some youth programs out there, your local churches. They have youth programs as well as adult programs to get you on the right track. I don't like to get all religious because everybody's not religious, but churches have a lot of free programs and people that will help you, counseling. They have plenty of things you can utilize to get on the right track. Also, there's a website called M as in Mother, D as in Dog, Coalition, mdcoalition.org. This is through the state of Maryland. This gives you different tools you can utilize. It gives you peer support groups. It gives you online counseling for mental issues, substance abuse. It also has a crisis hotline. And the name of their program is called Taking Flight. They want you to fly away into a positive, better. Did you just fly away with
Yeah, I
me?
flew
They
with
want
you.
you
You
to
gotta
fly
see it.
away into a positive, that's right, you gotta see it. They prepare you for adulthood, they give you assistance. I'm not sure if financial assistance, but they do give you assistance as far as support assistance. And they also give you educational tools that you can use, especially for the LGBTQ community out there, because a lot of them go through, you know, the depression or the
Yeah.
substance abuse issues because they
Lot
don't
of
feel
turmoil.
accepted. Let's see. I feel like I say too much. It's like we say that to break the pause, but I gotta stop saying
Well, stop saying it then.
unless I'm meditating.
You said you were gonna start meditating. Maybe you do.
I
like
am.
this-
I'm
maybe
gonna
this
do a
little small
segment on meditating. Okay, so I'm gonna end with my Malcolm X quote, and then I want you to give your love and create thing, okay?
Sure.
Malcolm X. So I didn't have this one memorized. Malcolm X said, "The future belongs to those who prepare for it today."
Yeah.
The future belongs to those who prepare for it today. It only takes one day to turn your life around. One day, one decision,
That's a fact.
one choice. Today is a gift. That's why we call it the present.
That's why we call it the present.
That's why we call it the present, baby.
Malcolm X quote
Yes.
is telling us that we're creators. We create the life that we want to live. We create the experiences that we want to experience. We are literally creating our life every day, every word, every thought. When I listened to Martin Luther King, I Have a Dream speech this morning,
Ah,
and he was talking about overcome. We shall overcome.
yes. Do you think we've fulfilled some of his dream? Some of it?
Martin had a dream.
He did.
Listen,
It's been a long time coming, but I know. I'm not a singer. I'm a dancer.
change gonna come.
Oh, yes, it will. You gotta believe it.
Listen, Martin Luther King's dream has come to fruition in a lot of ways that we don't seem to
It
see.
has. We got a long way to go, but
We
I
do.
think he would be proud of where we are today.
We've overcome more than what we even know. Could part of Martin's dream that he didn't even know would be part of it is interracial relationships?
Absolutely.
How could you become in the energy?
We used to get killed for interracial relationships.
Yeah,
So for him to see that today, I think he would be
You think he
happy
would be?
that we can actually be with who we want to be with. Yes. Love is colorless.
how could we, you can't go anywhere without seeing an interracial couple.
That is so true.
Well, I like to tell them, I say, you're part of the healing of this nation. Mm-hmm. That's what they are.
I love that. Amen. Absolutely.
All of you all are healing this nation.
You
How could you
are.
have racism when you have black or you have whatever? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't-
That's true.
How could you be racist?
That's true. You can't. With that being said, I want you to give us your Instagram, your YouTube, and tell me how and why you started Love and Create.
Love and create. The Instagram, Love Create Experience. YouTube, Love and Create. Facebook, Love Create EXP. The first 3 letters of experience.
Okay.
Why did I start Love and Create? Because that's life.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, tune in next week. We're gonna go ahead and do a part 2 for you. There's never enough time to talk about
Life.
such deep, topics,
Yeah.
life. Never enough time to talk about life or positive stuff to get you on the right track. Please subscribe. Please share my page on your social media. I need more subscribers.
Subscribe. Hit that button. Where's it
Subscribe,
at?
thumbs
Where's it
me
at?
up,
What did it say?
subscribe, thumbs me up. Give me some topic ideas for the new year, please.
Yeah.
Please, please, please. And I will see you next week, same time, same place. Thank you for your love and support. Namaste out with me. You ready?
Yes.
Namaste. I hope you had a
I don't know.
Are you
What'd
gonna
say?
do it?
I know you do that. What'd you say?
fierce day.
Fierce day.